Hello there, and welcome to Five Figures. And if you're like me, you like toys, and you just want to check them out. And as I was going through my toys today and went through some bins, I'm trying to thin some stuff out, I came across some Transformers. And I don't have a lot of G1 stuff. I've sold a lot of it actually because it got quite valuable, and well, I like the newer stuff better actually. So I think most of these are right in the Titans Returns / Headmasters. Except for him, I think he is considerably older, but I can't remember what line he is from. Anyway, these are, I think, deluxes, and these are standards. I can't remember. Their ranking system was so weird to me. I could never keep it straight. And unless you're following really close, it's hard to. But either way, this is Seaspray. This was one of my favorites, mostly because he talked really stupid with like a gargle. Like he was underwater all the time. I don't know. I just thought it was ridiculous for a robot to do that, but was a figure that I thought was really cool when I was little. Never did get one growing up, and I'm not even going to attempt to transform these because there's just absolutely no way I would be able to do that. It would take forever. There would probably be a lot of swearing and fumbling, and so not going to do that. But I am going to give a quick size comparison. So you can kind of get an idea. This is a standard 6-inch scale figure, and these guys are coming right to his shoulder. So these are pretty much the 5-inch scale, and like Seaspray here or Cosmo over there, they're coming about to, his high waist or his elbow basically. So they're not big things, but they are what they are. And I kind of love that in the Transformer universe, at least in the cartoons, there was so much size difference. It seemed like it really seemed irrelevant because like this guy'd be super tall, Bumblebee would be standing next to Spike Witwicky and they'd be the same height, and then Optimus would show up and then Bumblebee be that tall. It never really mattered, and so when they made their toys, it didn't matter either. And I always appreciated that because I'm not in any way a scale Nazi, and it doesn't matter to me what scale they are. They can exist on the same shelf together, and I kind of love that. This is Jazz. He was always one of my favorites as a kid. Always. He was cool. He was the one in the commercial like bumper that he danced around backwards and shot shit, and I always thought that was the coolest animation ever. And so I always loved that. I always loved Jazz for it. Another one that was always a big one for me was Mirage. My dad used to watch IndyCar racing, and so Mirage was just like the coolest. And the fact that they didn't know if he was like a traitor sometimes or a villain, or could he be trusted. If I remember this right, it was always Mirage. And then this figure is just, his robot mode is so freaking dynamic to like pose and do stuff with. Pardon me, dust. I've been really happy with this thing for years. This is from the same line as a Starscream that I reviewed quite some time ago, but I cannot remember the line. It's before Titans Returns and it's before Headmasters, but I can't remember the exact line. He's Titans Returns. This is a Headmasters. This is Blur, another one that I loved as a kid because he was the Micro Machines guy, but I wasn't as big a fan as of their futuristic designs. I loved the blockier car, squared off shapes. And so I was never a biggest fan as like seasons 4 and 5, even though the writing was tons better. I guess it was seasons 3 and 4. The writing was so much better in 3 and 4 than it was in seasons 1 and 2. But as far as the Transformer designs, I was always a bigger fan of the square, blocky designs than I was the more technical, computerized, I don't know what you even call that, the evolution towards Michael Bay looking stuff. And then we have Cosmo. This is one that when I started to pick up a few Transformers, I had to go find him because he was one of the neatest to me. I was like, why in the world would a Transformer be a little UFO? And maybe he's not supposed to be a UFO. Maybe he's just a satellite. But to me, when I was little, I like, this dude looks just like a UFO. He's a UFO. Why does that Transformer look like a UFO? It didn't make sense, but I loved it. I still love the guy. I still love his like little Russian voice. And he's just been one that's always been a favorite of mine. So even if I have him in a small version, I don't think they've ever made a larger version. I'm not sure, now that I mention that. There's so much about Transformers I don't know. I am a fan of these things for their design, for their beauty, for their just that aspect of them, for the way they're built. But as far as like really wanting to transform them all, I will occasionally. I'm not very good at it. I just don't do it enough. And then, yeah, these just draw back on some great memories and some great times. So, and that's pretty much all I got. Hope you like this video. Catch you guys later. Bye.